Hey guys, Glucia here, and you may be wondering why I seem to be in some type of a box, and that is because this is the spawn of the PGN sponsored Minecraft survival / RP server thingamajig. So I wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of the server, what we've created so far, and what it means to you. So when you first come in, you got this wall asking you about, it's kind of not really rules, just so much kind of giving you the first layout, just kind of explaining how everything works. You turn around and then there's a question: will you receive monies for answering correctly? And then two possible answers. I'm gonna give you the answer for the first one now. The answer is yes, but I want you to read this. I still want you to read this. Okay, so you click yes and then boom. Whoa, Enderman. That's glitchy. Endermen are the only mobs that can spawn in the where we're at right now, because they can teleport in, but they can't hurt you. So anyway, so what that just did was it teleported me down to the next room where we have more information, and it rewarded us. So if you type /money, you can see that I now have 10 gil, whereas I had 0 gil. Every time you answer a question correctly, you will get 10 gil. Every time you answer it incorrectly, you will lose 5 gil, and you're going to need that money to get started in our server. So, I'm going to finish going through these questions. I'm not going to give you the rest of the answers, and I will meet you at the bottom of the spawn. Okay, so here we are downstairs at the base of the elevators here, where I've completed all the questions, and we are now in the lobby of the PGN headquarters. It is 99% done. I did have one last thing I was going to add to it, but we have Doddle, good friend of mine, to thank for the interior design of this, and myself and my wife, mostly, with the help of my friend Scuba, for the actual headquarters itself. And then if you can see up there as I pan out, that topper was created by a friend of mine, Marv. So here you are, you come out of the PGN headquarters building. You can see that we're surrounded by a wall. Inside of this wall is the safe zone. As long as you're in here, nothing can happen to you. There's no mob spawning. There's no nothing. You do still get hungry, though. So you can't hang out in here forever. You do need food. So there's two ways you can go for right now. We have 2 additional buildings with more to come. There's the PvP arena, which is exactly what it sounds like, an arena for PvP. That's about halfway completed right now. We didn't want to delay the release of this server any more than we already have, so we wanted to bring it to you now, which means not everything's 100% ready, but it's totally ready as far as just enjoying it and playing it. So here is a shop, and what you're going to want to do, if you answer everything correctly and you don't get anything wrong, then you're going to have 40 gil to start out, which technically you could get one of each stone tool with that money, but I would suggest that that is a waste, because you also want some food to start out and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a stone pick. There you go. And it shows you that you bought a stone pick, and then it costs 10 gil. And a stone axe, which would give me most of the basics of what I need to get started. I don't feel like I need a shovel right off the bat, because I can make one of those easy enough. So I'm going to go ahead and buy myself some food. Apples are 5 gil, and cooked beef is 10 gil. I'll buy 2 apples, which means I have 10 gil left, and I'll use that to buy some beef. There you go. So now that's what I've chosen as far as my starting stuff. So this is what I have to get me going in this, and as you can see, there's wooden tools if you want to go lower tech and save some money, and then there's everything: diamond spades or diamond tools, iron tools, and then upstairs there's a whole line of nether items. Since there is no nether, you can buy nether if you choose to create or do stuff with nether, and you'll need, if you want to get into potions and stuff like that. And then over here are all the various types of hose and chainmail. I wanted to make chainmail available since that's something you can't actually build. You can actually purchase it here in the store. So that's the store, and like I said, the PvP arena is down. I built the store mostly, and I had help from my wife and Scuba, and Pax is the one that's building the arena. He was also the design of the wall as far as like the appearance of it, which I think it looks wicked cool. And then I actually designed the wall itself, but he came up with like the pattern and stuff. And if you'll notice, we have a board over here. Right now there's only one sign on it, and that is for the Desert Outpost. And for those of you that don't know, you hit F3, boom, that gives your coordinates, your X, Y, and your Z, and the Y is just your height. So really all you need is X and Z. And we do have an outpost that is a safe zone. It's about 2,000 blocks away from here. And eventually, where I'm standing in this board that you see in front of you, there will be a warp station where you'll be able to pay to warp to other safe zones. We're going to have outposts, and then eventually what we plan on doing is... Man, I'm starting a survival server at night. Sketchy. Is that a cow? Right on the damn road? Hell yeah. And a skeleton. Awesome. Eventually, we plan on coming out with expansions for... I see you, mobs. We plan on coming out with expansions eventually, and what the expansions will do for us... Get out of my face! Get out of my face! Is we're going to be adding playable dungeons and things like that, so we have that to look forward to as well. There's going to be a lot of stuff to look forward to be honest with you. There's a lot going on. We have a lot of plans for the server. As far as the fact that it has MCMMO, because as you can see, like, I'm leveling up already, because I personally decided not to use swords at all. I'm not going to use swords. I'm going to use axes as my weapons. And when you level up an axe for weapon purposes, it can become very devastating later in the game. So can swords. So can fists, for that matter. It's just, you know, it's what I decided to do. I'm going to have a series of videos over time that explains MCMMO in greater detail, and more specifically MCMMO for our server, because we created all kinds of specific rewards for leveling it up. So when you level up certain things, you're going to earn rewards to go towards that would apply to that. For example, if you cut down enough trees and level up your lumberjacks, then one of the early prizes is a iron axe, so that you could keep. So if you wanted to be the type of person to focus on fighting with an axe, it would also behoove you to also, you know, maybe chop down a good amount of lumber and work on your lumberjack, because eventually it'll earn you a iron axe and even a diamond axe. So there's a lot of prizes, and like I said, I'm going to get into that later. But it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. It's, like I said, we're trying to go for the whole... It's mostly just, you know, survival. And they're pretty much... now that we're in the wilderness, there are no rules. It's just, you know... Oh, hello. Hello. I have a bone for you. You suck. It's mostly just like straight up, you know, survival Minecraft, but the MCMMO adds a certain level to it, certain things get added to it, and the also having the like iConomy adds certain things. Later in the game, we're going to make it so that you can like you can set up your own shops. So again, if you're, you know, big on being, say, a lumberjack, then, you know, we'll have an area where you can set up a shop and sell wood or wooden items or whatever. And but mostly the monies is going to be used for transportation for the warps. It'll be used for admission into the PvP arena, and it'll be used to buy special items like chainmail or diamond tools or whatever. I already need to eat stuff because I've been doing a lot of killing. Look how much meat and stuff I have. I don't have one block of wood yet. I'm trying not to cut down trees right here close to town. I want to leave that for you guys. I also don't want to like end up not having a jungle at all outside of the town. So I'm kind of traveling a little bit before I establish my base and all that good stuff. We also are using a program for chests. If you put a sign on a chest, it personalizes it so that you don't have to worry about your stuff being stolen. But as of right now, we have no like zone protection for individuals where you can zone off like your house or whatever. So technically it could get griefed or whatever. So for the time being, we're just hoping that our peeps are really cool and that we don't have to worry about griefers. And then, we'll address that later on as far as what we're going to do. Ready for this? Right click. I can dig real fast. That was awesome. Then we'll address it as far as what we're going to do for, protecting people's homes and stuff like that. I think, because what's going to happen is in about a week or so, the server is going to have a website up for it. And then registered users will probably zone, like once you pick a house, we'll zone it for you however you want it to be zoned, so that, if you choose to, no one will be able to mess with it and stuff like that. There'll be certain rewards for people that actually register for the website as opposed to just come in and play. And then eventually, if we decide to start taking donations, depends how well the server handles, because right now it's only set up for 12 people at a time because we have to kind of stress test it. So you guys are going to help us do that. So, because we don't really know how it's going to react. All these plugins are, take a lot out of the server. So if a lot of people are into it and we want to expand it so that more people can play at the same time, that's going to require probably some donations, because PGN can only afford to sponsor it to a certain point. So at that point, then we would definitely have to add some special in-game things for those that wanted to donate. But that's all stuff to come later. I'm not sure. That's all things that will be discussed in future videos, so on and so forth. So come check out the server. The link will be in the IP will be in the description. And later on, I'll be making update videos, like I said. And the update videos will not only include specific information about MCMMO and how that works and all that good stuff, but also, when the website gets created, which, would already be done if I wasn't in the Army, but, the Army is making that take a couple extra days. And as we release add-ons to when we do expansions for adding dungeons and stuff, and the dungeons are going to have some serious prizes, and they're going to be a lot of fun, and PvP tournaments, there's going to be all kinds of good stuff. So come check out the server. And then for now, since we don't have a website and for the server, and there's no forum and all that good stuff, go ahead and in the comments of this video, based on what you've already seen, go ahead and comment and say, hey, it'd be cool if you also did this, or if you also had that. Your comments are welcome and will be taken into consideration, of course. So this was supposed to be a really short video where I just introduced the fact that I created a Minecraft server for everyone to play in, and it turned into a tremendously long video. So thanks to those that have stuck around with me. This is probably the longest video so far in PGN history, and I will talk to you later. Peace.